Okay, so here we go for the second set of questions, and it's already 4 p.m. I'm a little late, um, but that's how much I love you guys. I wanted to do these before I left because I said that I would, and then we'll go from there. So we'll dive right back in. First question of the second set is this person says, because I believe that the feeling we call love is actually comprised of many different thoughts and emotions one person has for someone else. It's possible to genuinely be in love with more than one person at the same time. Do you have a definition of what love is? And because you believe that we choose to love, can you be in love with more than one person simultaneously? As you can tell, this person, I've had a conversation before about what I think about love. Um, do I have a definition of what love is? I don't have a distinct, you know, ABC, XYZ. This is what I think love is. But what I do, I definitely know what love is not. And I do believe that we choose to love. And absolutely, you can be in love with more than one person simultaneously. I know the people, see, this is the thing, people, we're taught all these fairy tales, that, there's a difference between loving somebody and being in love. And I do think there is a difference between that. However, I do believe that you can be in love with more than one person at a time. Been there, done that. So, yes, yes. I think we choose to love, and you can absolutely be in love with two people, more than one person simultaneously. Yes. Moving on. um, okay. Next question. If God never puts more on us than we can bear, how would we ever know how much we can take if his strength is perfect? Mm. If God never puts more on us than we can bear, how would we ever know how much we can take if his strength is perfect? I don't really know. I believe that his strength is perfect, but I don't think him putting any more on us than we can bear has anything to do with his strength. Um, I think it has to do with the strength that he gives us, but they're still two different things. And I don't know that we ever know how much we can take until we're in it. I mean, there are things that if you had asked me, would I have survived them or would I have dealt with them the way that I did and all those types of things? If you'd asked me that before they happened to me, my answer would have been no. You know what I mean? I don't know that we ever know. And that's the beauty of who we are as individuals and people, is that until you are in it, until you are in the thick of it, you just end up, you never know. Have you ever not ever surprised yourself and be like, damn, really? Did I do that? Right? That's the good thing. The only person who knows how much we can take is God, in my opinion. And the rest of the time, I think we're either going to surprise or disappoint ourselves. So, so there's the answer to that question. Um, Let me see if I missed any up here. La 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 la. Hmm. This is interesting. Okay, so what was the most difficult hurdle you've overcome with regard to your work? Wow. Um, this is well, y'all know me. So a lot of people who've read my book and who've talked to me one on one, especially if you're in the women's group that I have on Facebook, you know that I've had some not so very nice things happen to me over the course of my life, and deciding what to share and what not to share, or if it was okay not to share, um, and then wondering would the people who matter still love me, still speak to me, still embrace me if I did. And that I don't care about what people think about me as a person. I really don't. I really don't care. I've made so many mistakes and done so many things that, you know, so what if people don't like it? I don't really care. My bigger concern was having people understand that my intention wasn't to hurt anyone else in anything that I shared. Although with my ex a time or two. I hope it stung. But but in terms of like people that I love that mean things to me that have been in my life, um, deciding deciding to share, to not censor, to be open, to be honest, to just lay it on the line and then pray and hope that people understood the place where it was coming from was probably the most difficult thing on the planet for me. This question comes from Brian of Poor Rich. I always want to say little. Poor Richard's Bookshop in Gastonia. He and his wife Sherry run it. They're absolutely great people. It's an independent bookstore. They're very in tune with what's happening in Gastonia. So that this is just, and he didn't ask me to plug it all. I'm plugging on my own because we should support places like this. So if you're in the Gas House or can find your way down there, they have some great little unique events that happen. So check them out. Again, it's Poor Richard's Bookshop. So hope that answers the question. Moving on. Is reservation of the heart fear dressed up? No, I don't think so. I think it can be for some people. For me, no. I think, and people have heard me say this, that I think sometimes it's just freaking good prudence. It's just smart. You know, I just don't think that you should be just so free with what is your most valuable commodity, because most people won't take care of it or appreciate it or nurture it the way that it deserves to be. So being reserved when it comes to your heart and to your feelings and to love, I think is a smart thing to do. Now, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, then sure, it can be fear, but I can't judge that. Everybody else would have, everybody else is probably going to make assumptions, but only you really know. I've had people said that about me. Well, oh, you're just scared and da 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 da, and you're just bitter, and you have no damn idea what I am. You take one poem and think that you know the place from where I'm coming from, and you don't, unless you know every poem that I wrote and every poem that never made it out of my body. Unless you know that, you have no idea. So I would say this, Ash, reservation of the heart for the right reasons is not fear dressed up. For the wrong reasons, it could be. And only you know that, and you have to figure it out. Knowing you the way that I do, it could possibly be for you. I don't know that. So if it is, fix it. Why? It seems like every 21 questions I'm telling you to fix something. God, love that. And here we go. And let me just make sure this is not another question over here on this side. Nope, I'm good over here. Good over here. Sweet. Perfect. All right, guys, let's get finished. I recently did a new piece called Who We Are to Be. And my friend over here has texted me almost every day talking about they're still thinking about this piece. And so the question is, he asks me the content of this piece, because he says, why does this happen so often or at all? And if you don't know the piece, then you don't know what I'm answering. This piece is basically saying, it's talking about an emotional affair, kind of. It's talking about people who were single when they met, and for whatever reason, they're not together. One of them is with someone else and committed to that person and married to that person. And I'm basically saying in this piece to the person who's committed to someone else, we still love each other. We still are who we are to each other, despite the fact that you're married and she has your name and whatever else. But as long as we're not crossing any boundaries, as long as we're not engaging in, not only are we not engaging in sexual activity, we're not having sexual conversation. It's just that we love each other and we want the best for each other. And so, and I'm also saying, because I love this person and want them to have the best for themselves, then I would want them to be happy where they are now. And I would not be trying to derail that relationship. And it says, why does this happen so often or happen at all? And I think that the thing is that most of the time when we have good love, we're not at a place where we know what to do with it or accept it or know how to return it. And then life happens to us, hate to say this, but a lot of times people get married for the wrong freaking reasons. More so than not, I think. And that just leads us to this place where, you know, we end up committed and in a relationship and married to someone who isn't necessarily our best love. I hate to say that, but it's very much true. And the thing that you have to have is this understanding. How do I say this? Geez, I don't like you right about now for asking me this question, but anyway, um, because we marry for the wrong reasons a lot of times, and because we're too damn stubborn when we have what we know we should have, and we have too much pride at times, and you know, we mess it up. We just do. Um, we just do. I think the thing that comes is like people have asked me, am I okay being single? And what if I never ever get married again? And I'm perfectly okay with that for a couple of reasons. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I have two incredible, amazing men who love me. When I dated each of them, we were single. Um, we split up. I got married. They got married. One of them split up. But anyway, things just never worked themselves out. Now, here's the thing. If they left their families to be with me, I would be so disappointed. They wouldn't be the men that I love. So the fact that they choose to be where they are and the fact that I want them where they are means that I love you enough not to derail what I know is important to you, and you love me enough and we respect each other enough to say, hey, what we had is great. I am still your best friend and I want the most amazing things for you, but I have to do what's morally right because I chose this. And it's my responsibility to live up to it. So I can't tell you anything else other than that. And that's my very personal version of it. And I could answer this question for another 10 minutes, but I'm not. I'm late. I have a date. And I think I got all the questions. I never ever chew gum. You have to excuse me. My daughter gave it to me though, so I couldn't like say no, I don't want gum. She was like, Mom, take a piece of gum. So I took a piece of gum. So chewed gum. We will do it again next month, as you all know, probably in about 4 or 5 weeks or so. Hit me up on my Facebook and Dani Cook, poet and author, Twitter, Dani the Poet, website, thisisdani.com. Love you, mean it. November 20th, dual diagnosis. You guys come out to Wine Up. Have a good time with me. I'm going to be launching my new product line, a new project, which is a CD DVD combination, and then we're going to have a party. So y'all come have a good time with me. See ya.